Who is Sodiq Ademola?
Oh, wow. Sodiq Ademola, I am born and brought up in Ile-Ife, Osun State, Nigeria. I was born into the family of Ademola Abdulrashid. My father is an engineer, a native of Ogbomoso in Oyo State. I grew up in Osun State. I went to my primary school, secondary school in Osun State.
Since when have you been in this line of broadcast?
Broadcast. This is my 10th year in broadcast. I started like I wouldn't say like play because when I started, I took it more serious than any of my colleagues. Then I took this broadcast thing more serious than anybody. Most like I knew what I was going for, and I definitely want to achieve something out of it. So I've been in this line for 10 years now. Yeah, since 2015. I've been in this line for.
Now, are you fully into broadcast or you have other side programs apart from being in the broadcast industry?
Well, when I started, um, nobody, I didn't see anybody to advise me, or I didn't see anybody to put some knowledge into me that broadcast is not a line of work that you just jump into and you expect money as soon as people get to know who you are. I didn't see anybody to put that knowledge into me. So when I started this broadcast, I thought it would be very easy thing, when you start broadcasting and people getting to know you, money will start coming in. But no, that's not how it is. So along the line, at some point, I had to, get some things, for
Mm,
myself. I had to, jump into other job. I could recall that in 2017, I
yes.
went to Lagos to manage a hotel in Lagos. One hotel like that in Lagos. But was that same 2017? I had to come back to broadcast, but it was just like few months. I went to Lagos.
So there have been some challenges and all of that negativities. So what is the most challenging part of being an on-air personnel?
I think I've just made mention of the challenges. One major challenge in
Mm,
this job and this line of duty is the finance.
mm,
You know, you yourself that you are coming into this broadcast job, you yourself you'd have project yourself like, oh, the same way people are listening to some veterans in this line of job, the same way people are listening to legends in this kind of job, and you see them, driving around in cars, you see them looking handsome, you see them looking beautiful.
yes.
So you yourself, you project it like, oh, when you started your own, when you start going on here, it will be the same thing for you. But no, the funds, I would say, the finances in this job um is not up to how people project. Even you yourself, there is this particular way you project yourself because as a broadcaster, you are a public figure
Mm,
yourself, and me myself, I don't see myself as a celebrity, but to listeners, listening to you on radio, those who sees you as role model, there are some kids, there are some parents that sees you, that are listening to you at home, that watch your Facebook live, your streaming and all, and they tend to even be like, oh, in fact, I wish to be like this person. You get, you're like their role model. They see you as their celebrity, and like I said, you're a public figure.
yes.
And part of the things that they look and they want to see when they see you or when they get to meet you is maybe they want to see you cruising around in
Mm,
Lamborghini. They want to see you cruising around in
flexing
Porsche,
around the
to be
world.
flexing around. So one major challenge in this broadcast is finance. People coming in don't know that there is no much finance in it.
Mm.
Imagine you hear maybe a B list broadcaster. I wouldn't
Okay.
want to say A list because we also have a category of broadcasters. We have the veterans, we have the icon.
Mm.
We have the icon, we have the legend in making, we have the A list, we have the B list, we have this. I don't know where I belong to though. I don't know where I belong to. But as a broadcaster yourself, you imagine, hearing that a B list or C list
Mm.
broadcaster is earning 30,000 naira per month, or saying a broadcaster, taking home 50,000 naira per month. I'm not saying that amount of money is still not being appreciated, but a broadcaster, somebody that people want to see. Like, okay, now let me give you an example. There was a day I was scrolling on Instagram. There is this particular page I used to check where whenever they post anything. So
Okay.
one day they posted something about the presenter hopping on bike.
Mm.
There was this, I don't know if that person doesn't have a job. His job
Okay.
is to monitor OAPs in Ibadan.
Mm.
So he made a comment that he saw an OAP hopping on bike, started making some kind of words like as much as people listens to him,
Mm.
the kind of the caliber of that presenter hopping on bike. Not even like only him on the bike, like they had
But
to join somebody else with him on that same
wow.
bike, like you get it. So the finance in this job is like a major challenge in broadcasting. And other thing is the security you should
Oh,
get.
well.
Our job, we are like the okay. One of my colleague, once told me when we were having a conversation, said this our broadcast job is we are like the door. We see what goes on inside and what happens outside.
Outside.
You get.
Yes.
So whatsoever the government policies
Mm.
are, we are the ones that hear what the government says, we digest it, and then we disseminate the information to the people. We pass across the information to people. You get. So doing the job of a watchdog, it's like you are watching the government, because our job is at the same time to also call the attention of the government to what they are supposed to do that they are not doing. In a situation whereby we have a democracy in Nigeria, people would expect dividend of democracy. And what are the dividend of democracy? The first priority, the first job of the government is to make sure that there is security, there is food security for people, there is good economy, there is good roads, there is water, and
Yes.
other stuff like that. So we are the ones that are very close to the government. We hear from the government, and we pass on the information to the people. So we are more like the intermediary. And you see, in most cases, there are some hidden information that we have some of our colleagues that go deeper, they dive into those information to get into the root of the matter. And in scenarios like that, you need protections.
Mm.
You get. So another thing in this line of our job is security. And I would say that, oh well, the government is trying their best, but at the same time, they still need to do more to
Mm.
provide the security for broadcasters, and that would be the second challenge. And many other challenges could come in, but
But
I
those
would
are the
say
two
the two
crucial.
major, the security and the finance
Mm.
in broadcast is the major challenges.
Right. Like you said that the listeners, or let me say the public, are expecting the broadcasters to like flex around, have big cars. How do you handle this negative feedbacks from them?
Well, not only the flexing around part is the negativity that we get from the listeners.
Mm.
I could recall several months back, I am the type, I don't go out.
Okay.
I'm not the type that you just see on bike, hopping on bike, or just say that, oh, you came across Sodiq Ademola Shola. I'm very, very, I'm an insider, I would say that.
Okay.
Introvert. Yes, I'm an introvert. So I don't go out like that more often. So, but I could recall several months back, one of our listeners, put a call through to me, and they said, Mr. Sholaya, I want to meet you,
Mm.
and I want to meet you. I just want to get to know you. I want to have a conversation with you. I want to have a one-on-one with you. So I was like, I couldn't turn the request down. He is my
Okay.
listener. I couldn't turn the request down. So I granted the request. I said, okay, let's meet up weekend. You get weekend. And I gave him a location. I was there before him because I don't like just dropping on bike and somebody
Okay.
saying, are you
You
Mr.
brought a
Shulaya?
bike.
So, and when he came, he didn't recognize me. So, but when he came, he had to ask like, oh, good afternoon. I was the one even answering him. He said, good afternoon. I said, good afternoon. He said, he's here waiting for somebody. I said, okay. So, who are you here? Are you waiting for? He said, Mr. Sodiq Ademola of Eagle FM. Okay. I said, have you called him? He said, oh, he's just coming down on bike. So you put a call through to him. I said, don't worry. I am Sodiq Ademola. So you can have your
You
seat.
see?
The very first statement he made was, what? So you are this small?
Oh.
No, like you are this. I always think that you are this old man.
Hmm.
There is this ridicule. I don't know, maybe it's ridicule or maybe they project you to be a older man when they listens to you on radio. Because the set of people that started this broadcast, they are the set of old people.
Yes.
It is just in our own generation that
The
we
young
have
people.
younger, people coming into broadcast. You see somebody starting broadcast at the age of 21, going live on here at the age of 20. You get, this our own generation that we have this early age, broadcasters. So the projection is, oh, Mr. Sadiq, I think you should be somebody old, like the way we listen to your, something like that. It gets to me. It's not even on social media.
Wow.
It's not even on call. It's not even a text message. That is past, like
A
having a
personal
face, personal
conversation.
conversation with that person. And I would be like, oh, is the studio work? Is the, just have to cover up for that. And, that's like one of the things. But how are we going to do it? We are just going to take it because they are listeners, and like what they would say, the job of a broadcaster is not complete until you have a listener. So we need a listener, and on the cycle of a broadcast, of the cycle of mass communication, rather,
Yes.
you have the encoder, you have the message, you
Yes.
have the decoder, and then you get a feedback. So the feedback comes from your listener, and
Yes. From
most
listeners.
likely the things that you get from them, you might not like it, but who are you to complain? So your job is just to serve them right. So like what I would say is that the criticism, yes, on most cases it gets to us. Yeah. But me, I'm the type that I don't really give time for criticisms like that or negative energies or something like. I don't give room for that. I always
Mm.
find a means of making myself happy. So it
Mm.
doesn't get to me much like that.
That's fair. Congratulations on winning the Merit Award.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You must really be happy to win this award. So, how many times have you like attempted to win this award in the line of your
You
occupation?
know. All right. Speaking of this Primus Media Awards,
Mm,
um, well, people would think, Sodiq Ademola, he deserves the awards, and but deep down inside of me, there is this thing that I'm thinking. I would say, number one, this is to me how I motivate myself. This is never give up
mm,
to me, because this is not my first attempt
mm.
to this award. In fact, this is not my second attempt
Wow.
to this award. This is not even my third, because even Primus Media celebrated
Mm,
their fourth edition.
okay.
This previous one was the fourth edition of the award. And I could recall that the first attempt of this Primus Media was with Noble FM in
Okay.
Ibadan. I got just one nomination, just
Mm.
one. And that was for my entertainment program. So I got a nomination on the best entertaining
That was in what year?
presenter. And that was in 2021.
Oh.
That was in 2021. So I got the first nomination. I was sitting with my friends the day of the award, and we got not so disappointed, but still, it is never give up.
Yeah.
You know, like what they would say, just show up, just show up. So and never give up. I lost that one of 2021, and fast forward to 2022. So that was like the second attempt. But that 2022, it wasn't one category.
Okay.
You know, it was just one category in 2021. But in 2022, I got 5 nominations, different categories.
Okay.
But I was nominated alongside my friend. In fact, 2 of my friends that we've both worked together before. Then I was in Lagos. I was with Docs FM in Arepo, Lagos State. So I got 5 nominations. 3 of the nominations I was nominated alongside my friends. John Akintude Adejuwon of Fresh FM and Faisal Oluwakemi of Fresh FM. Wow. But the Fresh FM, one is at Fresh FM Oshobo, the other Fresh FM in Ibadan. So I got nominated alongside the 2 of them. In fact, I put a call through to Faisal. I said, "How are we going to do this thing?" He said, how we are going to do it? No, I said, "Don't worry. I I give it to you. Even myself, I'm voting for you. I'm rooting for you.
You want to step down
to win." No, it's not like I'm stepping down for the award.
Okay.
Like I'm rooting for him to win the award. Because we work together. I know how Faisal is. I know how he delivers on his program.
Okay.
I've worked with John. As a matter of fact, I once had a program with John that we team up to do. Okay. There was a time that we are doing one story cooked up program like that. So I know what the both of them can do, and alongside other people too. So I was like, the best person that I myself I could root for on that category is Faisal. Oh. Because I've seen certain things that he's doing. He's impacting lives and being most versatile, and good of him. He won all of the categories that 2022. So that was my second attempt. I lost all the 5 nominations in 2022. And in 2023, wow, I got another 5 nominations. Okay. Like, I was nominated 5 times again in 2023. Well, I didn't lose all of the 5 in 2023. Oh. I lost 4. So I won 1. But you see, the story around all these things that I lost, for example, in 2022, that I lost all the 5. There is this 3 category that I've always wanted to win. Okay. It is the most creative presenter, 1, the best political presenter, 2, and the presenter of the year. You see that 3 categories have always been my target. Like, that is what I wanted to win. The 3 categories, I wanted to have them. I was nominated in 2022. I lost those categories. In 2023, I lost those same category. So that would be like the second attempt of me going for the 3 category. In fact, in 2023, the only category I won was the funniest OAP. Oh. I think that was a new introduced category then. Okay. So I won that category. So I lost the best political presenter. I lost the most creative. I lost the presenter of the year award. That 2023. Now fast forward to this year. Okay. So this year is like the 3rd attempt of those 3 categories: the most creative presenter, the best political presenter, and the presenter of the year. So combined with the funniest OAP, what I won last year. Yes. So I got 6 nominations this year. The best use of social media, indigenous presenter, Yoruba category. Okay. The funniest OAP, best political presenter, the most creative presenter, and presenter of the year. So I got 6 nominations this year. As a matter of fact, if you ask me, I will tell you that I wasn't expecting the best political presenter. Okay. But I actually aimed of winning it, but I wasn't expecting it. In fact, if you get to see the results, result sheets that came out, you would see that it was very, just like, I think it was 1 point something percent. That's light. Very, very, very close. Because the guy that won that category last year was also in the same category this year. Oh. So it was like me winning funniest OAP last year and still came back for it this year. So the guy wants to, take it back to back. So I was like, this same guy that won it last year is still on the same category. he might still do it this year. So I wasn't really expecting that category. And looking at the most creative presenter, this Primus Awards opened my eye to something. Being nominated, I would have to search all of my contemporaries to get to know what they do that I am not doing. So I get to search all of them. I get to know them. I said, okay, if I and this person could, face each other, would this person beat me? Would I beat this person hands down? So I really, really, to be honest, I really wasn't expecting the best political presenter and the presenter of the year.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, that most creative presenter self, I wasn't expecting it. The two that I was expecting was the best use of social media, because I make use of my social media. I have Twitter account, I have TikTok account, I have Facebook account,
Instagram.
I have Instagram account.
Wow.
All active accounts
Yes.
that I run. In fact, I have even XX on TikTok. I have two TikTok accounts, even if not three, but I have one for business, I have one for personal myself.
Okay.
And that I have two Facebook accounts. Like, I have social medias that I keep them running every time. So I was expecting the best use of social media plus the funniest OAP, because I know I won it last year. So I know I can still do it this year again. So beautiful. I lost the social media, but I won the funniest OAP alongside the other three categories. So the attempts, I would say a total of 16 nominations. Imagine, I have a total of 16 nominations, and out of all the 16, I won only 5. So that tells you that I lost 11 nominations so far. So that is like, somebody putting that out, you would see that this isn't just like, oh, he's just coming into this thing and he's just taking all 4 awards. Oh no, I've been trying, I've been showing up. I've been showing up, and I've never give up. So that's
How does it then feel to have your hard work in the broadcast industry recognized with these awards?
You see, last year when I won just one, the funniest OEP of this Primus Award,
Okay.
I was so happy. In fact, my words were, I appreciate Primus Media Award for recognizing the effort, for recognizing this media industry, because we needed it. The same way you see this Primus Media, I see it as Eddie's Award for music artists. Very soon now you start hearing of Eddie's Award, Eddie's Award, Eddie's Award. It's more like the same thing. You submit your art, you submit your craft, and you have the jury who puts them together. And at the end of the day, they announce the winner. You get me? So it's more like, you see that last year I was very, very, very happy. Now you now see this year. This year, when I was on stage, when they called, I wasn't on stage when they called the funniest OAP. I wasn't on stage. I was outside when they called the funniest OAP. So somebody came outside and said, Sodiq, where are you now? You've just won another award. I said, I just won another award. That's like the second for the night. I said, oh, I was rushing to the stage to pick that award. So they told me, they said, stay one side. That they want to call another category. So after that category, they will not present me my own award, because they've called this, and since I didn't show that, you get. So they said I should just stay one side. So while I was waiting to receive my funniest OAP award, and the next category they are calling is the most creative presenter, and the winner is Sodiq Ademola. So I was still standing by to receive my funniest OAP. So, and they still called the second category, the third category, the most creative presenter. I said, Sodiq Ademola. I said, I am the one. I said, I am the one. So I go kini iwa. I am the one. Emilio calls. I had to receive the two, like together, back to back on stage. So while I was making my speech, I said, this is the third this evening. And you see, last year while I was making my speech, everybody was, laughing. When I made my speech on the stage last year, I said, I came the first time I lost. I came the second time I lost. It was last year, the Tinubu's Emilio Kan thing, Oshekini, Olule, Oshekeji. So people were like, Oshekini, Olule, Oshekeji, Olule. So Egbe Kini, Emilio Kan, you get. So that was like, you see the joy that I had, holding to prestigious, meritorious awards in my hand. I can't say how I felt. I can't say how it felt. Like this two of these things belongs to me, and it was back to back.
Wow.
Like I had to receive these two things back to back. In fact, I'm even short of words because I can't say precisely how it felt.
Oh.
But being recognized, sincerely speaking, what I've just achieved now is a feat that most broadcasters now would also want to try to achieve. Not only that I won one, not only that I won two, not only that I won three, I won 4 awards. And at the same time, I won the presenter of the year. So that tells you, like, I'm the presenter of the year 2024 until another person takes it. And that doesn't still mean that I will not come next year, but but I will have to leave that one. I will leave that here. So, the recognition that we needed in this broadcast, and for Primus to do the good job, sincerely speaking, I really, really appreciated it. I really appreciate it. Sincerely speaking, and I'm very happy with it. Very, very happy.
Winning the Presenter of the Year award and the Political Icon Award of the Year. There's a saying that some entertainment presenter, they cannot handle informative stories or informative programs, because it is more of entertainment is different from information. How do you balance entertainment and informative values or programs?
Okay. Now let's you see, let me just answer this question with saying, first and foremost, any broadcaster in this line of job, I'm not talking about TV broadcaster. You get any broadcaster in line of our radio broadcast job. You must understand that the core value, is it value? I would say that more of reason why we have radio, the establishment of radio, is to inform, is to educate, and is to entertain people. Now, first of all, even as an entertainer, as an entertainment broadcaster, so whatever, you are informing people. Maybe you are informing people with celebrity news, things, stuff that goes on social media. You are informing people. You get. So now saying that combining news and current affairs program, news and current affairs program with entertainment program is to me, number one, if you ask about me and said, who is Sodiq Ademola, they will tell you that Sodiq Ademola is somebody that loves putting a broad smile on people's face. Naturally, there are things that I just do that will just make you laugh. It doesn't have to be like I'm on here. It doesn't have to be like I'm on radio. There are just natural stuff that I just do. There are some response that I just give. There are some things that I just say, and people will be like, "Guy, what are you doing? Do you get me?" So, and how I started with news and current affairs program. So it is like me knowing the news and current affairs program, the rigid, the cogent part of broadcast, and then just brush into entertainment. Like I just want to cut across board. One of our legends, yes, I see him as a legend. In fact, I see him as a veteran broadcaster. I see him as icon. I see him as a role model. Mr. Tunji Aborishade. There was a day he called me. He asked me to stand in for his program, Alujo Nobu. So I did the program, well, to the very best of my own knowledge. But at the end of the program, I think it was like the third or the fourth day, he saw me. He said, Sodiq, you are all-rounder broadcaster. That was what he said to me. He said, "You are all-rounder broadcaster." So I was like, "All-rounder broadcaster, sir. What do you mean by that?" He said, "You are a journalist, you are a reporter, you present entertainment programs seamlessly, no stress. You
Okay.
present news and current affairs program perfectly. You do all these things beautifully fine." Yeah, so the only best word you could say is you are all-rounder
Oh.
broadcaster. That was what he said. So, sincerely speaking, I would say that the first thing I was into was the news and current affairs program
Okay.
before going into entertainment. So
Entertainment.
for me, it's just like entertainment is like a personal something for me. I would say that news and current affairs is something that I actually, put much of my time. But you see the entertainment part, even if it's not natural, then if you don't have the natural part of being an entertainer in you, there is no way you can present an entertainment program.
Oh yes.
Not everybody can present an entertainment program. Okay, we all will say that entertainment program is easy, it's just to vibe, it's just no. You must have this, entertaining vibe in you, and that would prompt or would preempt you diving into
Yeah,
entertainment
the flow
program.
is going to be there.
Exactly. You have something to merge it.
So round this up, what is the best congratulatory message you received?
Yeah, when I won the awards.
Yes, when you won the award.
Best congratulatory message
Yes.
that I received. Well, I received a lot of messages. As a matter of fact, I couldn't reply any of the messages I got on Facebook. I think I still replied some on Instagram. I
Okay.
still replied some on Instagram, but I couldn't reply any on Facebook. But I'll pick three message
Yeah.
because I won't want to say one in particular. I'll pick three messages, not message per se like
Okay.
that. On Facebook, I got a comment of a veteran retired broadcaster,
Wow.
retired but not tired broadcaster. Yes, is retired but
But
not
not
tired
tired
broadcaster.
broadcaster.
I got a message of Baba Lekan Jari Ogbe.
Mm.
You see that man? In the history of me being in this broadcast,
Okay.
he actually saved me when I was in Ibadan.
Okay.
Not only that, he saved me when I was in Ibadan with my former radio station. There are so many things I learned from him.
Mm.
I am this type, yes, like I said earlier, I have this entertaining part vibe
Yes.
of me. But you see, there is this part of broadcasting, documentary, that I really don't have much interest in.
Mm.
People love documentary programs. People love programs that are about people. Like let's say People's Diary program, a documentary program. People love
Okay.
it because not all presenter give them a documentary kind of program.
Mm.
You see this man, he has one program. Then you see that program. Anybody that listens to that program, you just love it.
Mm.
And that program is late hour program.
Mm.
And as far as that time is, people will still stay glued to their radio to listen to
To
that
listen
man's
to.
program. Now, it caught my attention at some point. I was like, what's this man doing? Like, you know. And then I get to know that it's a documentary program.
Oh.
Yeah, and I started learning some things from him. So I learned from him, and when I got his text message on Facebook, in fact, the first sentence was, "Sodiq Ipele ku ọjọ́ mẹ́ta o, congratulations on this your award." Oh, that message meant a lot to me, meant so much to me. The second was that my friends that we were nominated together
Yes.
in 2022.
2022.
John Adejuwon. John Adejuwon phoned a friend of mine that we were together inside the hall on video call. Had to congratulate me on video call. Because when I lost in 2021, when I lost that my single category in
Yes, in
2021,
2021.
we were sitting together.
Okay.
We were sitting down together In fact, is the reaction, the mood of losing an award. He saw it all. He saw how bad I felt. So, but he wasn't there when I won this set of awards. So he was
Okay.
so happy. Like how? Like I should be there for him. I was there when he felt losing an award. So I should
Yes.
be there for him when he won the award. So he had to call Data on video call. Data was bringing it forward. He said slow. I said, yeah. In fact, I couldn't even hear what he was saying because
It
everywhere
was
was noisy,
crowded.
it was crowded. So I couldn't hear what he was saying, but just seeing his face, seeing that he's very happy, it made me happy. And afterwards, he went on his status to post Sodiq Ademola, I am proud of you. I screenshot that status.
Oh.
I had to keep that status, you get. So, and the third message is that my particular friend that brought the video call,
Yes.
Data Adeda Kwakinola, is the
Okay.
current head of programs, Crest FM in Ibadan. He's the current head of programs, CGP there. Data was also there with me in 2021. As a matter of fact, you see, Data was holding his phone.
Okay.
There is this moment of saying, and the winner is, he wants to capture that moment. So he was holding his phone,
Okay.
pointing, directing to my face, and the winner is Sodiq
Nice.
Ademola. The winner is Sodiq Ademola. But unfortunately, I lost it.
Oh.
So he still captured that my reaction. Like I captured, I was nah. No. He still captured that moment. It was like I will capture this moment. Like I will have it like oh do his reaction. You get the way I reacted, like losing an award, something, being nominated for an award, you must know that you deserve that award. That's the reason
Yeah.
why you got nominated. So somebody else now winning that award, you'll be like, damn it.
Mm-mm.
So that means you're not doing something that person is doing. You get. So it taught me that you need to add more to what you're doing, and there we are today. So Data was there to
Okay.
witness the whole thing. As a matter, not only that he recorded, not only that we snapped so many pictures together, he was there to say, congratulations, my guy. You deserve all of these things.
It
So
win.
yes, you deserve the win. So I was very happy that those that were there with me when I lost the award, they were there with me. They were still there with me to say congratulations, we're proud of you. So those three messages, I would say that it really got to me. And sincerely speaking, I really appreciate those messages.
What message do you have to other journalists and aspiring or big journalists?
I've got so many advice for them. One of the advice, because anytime I look back myself, yeah, I have when I started when I started my career 10 years ago, 2015, there is really one of my boss who made a statement, said, you will not enter studio until you will finish your career. That was what he said. He said, you will not enter studio until you finish your career.
Oh,
You.
gosh.
That was what he said. Because I couldn't even speak much English now. And then I was very sound. I was, I said I was because not anymore. So, I'm still like fresh graduate.
Okay.
Still very fresh graduate. Still having all this
Everything is still there.
upstairs. You get. So I joined the English desk.
Okay.
Then, like, I wanted to read newspaper reviews. I wanted to, broadcast news in English, like good morning or welcome to News Brief on so radio station. My name is Sodiq Ademola. I also want to feel big. All this how these English presenters, how they feel. And then the likes of Shola Ajala, Shum is a very popular man. People know him very well. The likes of Shola Ajala, the likes of all these veteran broadcasters, icon, legends in broadcast, that you hear their voice, you be like, yeah, I also want to be like this person someday. So, but just because of all this kind of little politics in the office,
Yeah.
he had to tell me, he said, you cannot enter studio until you finish your career. So, one beautiful day, I just pick up Yoruba bulletin, translated by Mr. Anthony Adegbaye.
Okay.
He's still very much active in broadcast until today. I just picked up one bulletin like that. I just start reading it. I said, Kini kan. I just start reading the Yoruba. And my Oga, then, Mrs., not even Mrs., Honorable
Okay.
Oluwabukola Omoboriowo, she heard what I was reading. And the next question she asked was, "Who is that?" In fact, I couldn't even reply. Like I was shocked. Like máa dárúkọ mi pé èmi ni mo ka Yorùbá bulletin. She asked again. She said, "Who is that?" I said, "I am the one." Now the next question she asked was, "So what are you doing on English desk?" Because it's like the newsroom is big,
Okay.
so it's big enough for us to have the Yoruba desk and the English desk. Yeah. So the next question she asked us, "So what are you doing on the English desk?" Move closer to me. That was what she said. And thereafter, she started translating. She would pass on the bulletin to me. I will read. Like prepping me until one day she said, "You are going to read our news and brief." We have one news brief. We call it Ìròyìn Lérèfé at Crown FM then. So she said, "You will read news brief today, Ìròyìn Lérèfé." And then, before I know it, she handed over a bulletin to me. I went in the studio. Well, the first time is always not the best time, but you always have the memory of how you perform. So I did my best in the studio that day. Well, our general manager then, Mrs. Hadebimpa Tofolaki, she ran into the studio. She was like, "Hey, who is this one?" So, but at the end of the day, she gave the instruction that she likes the guy, that I should be given more chances of reading in the studio.
She was building you then.
Yes, she said she liked the guy and she should continue with what she was doing. And today, all thanks to God Almighty and to her. Because if not for her listening to my voice that day, I wouldn't have been Sodiq Ademola. In fact, probably I would have been a bricklayer by now. Or a barber, because I love.
Oh, cotton.
Yes, I love barbing hair. So maybe I would have been a barber today. So, but all thanks to God Almighty and to Bukola Amore. So the advice I would give is just don't give up. Just don't give up. Me, I was told that I would finish my career without entering the studio. So just don't give up. And don't let anybody talk down.
Okay.
There is this quote that I always tell myself, like, the quote is, "You get what you tolerate." It is what you tolerate that you get. Okay, for example, let's say that you tolerated somebody, doing the wrongs to you, and you tolerated that person.
Okay.
So that is what you will get. But immediately somebody do something bad to you, and you just shake it off, that means you did not get it. So it is what you tolerate that you get. It is what you don't tolerate, you don't get it. So to me, I always tell myself, like, no, that's not, it doesn't be, no. Ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn kò ń ṣọ̀rọ̀ mi. No. Nǹkan tó sọ yẹn ó sọ sápò ara ẹ̀, kò ń ṣọ̀rọ̀ títí tèmi. So why will you be telling me that I would finish my career without
entering the studio?
That same person that made that statement, he has apologized though. He has apologized.
You should.
Because there was a day I was on call. I was on phone with him. So I told him, I said, "Did you remember this particular statement?" He was now like, "No, then I said it for you to be motivated, for you to know what you were doing. You get me?" So that was what he was saying. I said, "Well, fine, today." As a matter of fact, we both belong to one particular group together. Where, we have some selected broadcasters in Nigeria. I was, fortunately among those selected broadcasters. So he's currently with one radio station, eastern part of Nigeria. So just don't give up and don't tolerate what you know that is not meant for you. What you know that is not meant for you, don't let anybody look down on you. Don't let anybody talk down. So, don't tolerate what you can get. So, and trust me, everything is going to be fine. And like, the English people would say, just show up. Even if you are not winning the award, show
Show
up.
up.
You getting a nomination it still means that you are winning it. So just show up every time. So that would be my advice for that.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sodiq Ademola. Congratulations once again on your
Thank
award.
you so much.